Everyone. Good evening. Welcome back to our journey, 24 hour of understanding three referencing systems to create a desired life. Or this is the journey to raise our self-awareness or inner self, inner awareness, so that we can create a desired life. Um, in the previous sections, we have covered the human natures. We know how it works and we understand our human natures. We understand ourselves and we also understand our other people's human natures, right? So we understand other people. And we will go over a little bit about just a little bit. About our body. Please allow me to share my screen. So we know the truth parts and human natures. And outside of the human natures, we have the feelings or 84. In Buddhism, they call it 84,000 illusionary bubbles. And this layers or this part is a product of uh, uh, the combination of 16 human natures, which is affected by the electromagnetic energy. So it produces the feelings of a human. And in Buddhism, they call it 84,000 illusionary bubbles. Okay. Now we move to the outer parts. That is our body, the four element body. So in this four elements body, we have earth. It means nuggies and solidity of our body, water, fluidity of our body, chi, the air of the body, and fire, the heat of the body. And surroundings is another electromagnetic energy, protect us. So if we talk about health, there is a concept. Now we might need to know to have a good health based on the concept of human structure, based on human structures, which is balance, try to balance these 8 elements. Okay, 8 elements. Balance, So what will be these 8 elements? First one, this is the core. The core, or we call it the tool. And then nature, human nature. Human nature. Okay, just put human nature. Human nature. Then feeling. And next is the element for element body. We have earth. We have water. We have tea. We have fire. And we have electromagnetic energy. So these 8 elements is balanced will create a good health or a good health state for ourselves. In the truth, as long as we can keep the inner peace in the truth or in the course, and in the human nature, because we understand and we can't accept. If we can keep the acceptance state of mind, and in feelings we keep appreciative gratitude. And truly we have inner peace. In human nature, we have acceptance. And it means that we accept the difference between people and us. We understand, we respect the differences, and in the feeling we have, we keep the state of appreciative gratitude. So it will these 3 energies. These 3 energies we will discuss later. I hope that we could have we could go over these 3 energies. This is the energies of wisdom. So if we still have chance to share or discuss about these 3 energies, I think it's could bring a lot of benefit to all of us, including me. So in the truth, we keep the inner peace, and in human natures, we keep the acceptance and feelings. We use appreciative gratitude to treat any good things, any beautiful things that come to our life. And with the body, we are the earth is the nutrients inside us, right? So we know how much nutrients that what kind of nutrition we need to take in every day, and how much is enough for our daily life. So we need to know that. Okay, and then we eat, um, and how we eat, and when to eat. We need to know all of this to make to create a balanced state for um, our body and mind. And water, um, usually we think it's water is we know that water is our system occupy around 70 to 75% of our body. So the water have a great impact on our body. If we know how to drink water, uh, there the experts have shared with us how to drink a water, how to drink waters on a daily basis, and how many or how much water we need to drink. It depends on our weight and uh, so we need to know about that to give our body in a good state, enough water for our body. And the chi, mm, chi is the air inside our body. So this this element this element is a great element which create the strength of our body. Or you know, have you ever heard about the concept of um 丹田, 丹田 inside our body? Inside our body, there is a place. It just mm, right below our belly button, mm, just 1.5 across, like that, 1.5 across, and below our belly button, there's a place, or they call it acupuncture point, name Chi Hai. Chi Hai. Chi is the Chi Hai, means the ocean or the sea. So it means that is the area is like the sea of chi, or ocean of chi, or reservoir of the chi in us, inside our body. And they said that if we can, when we breathe in and we let the chi goes down to that area, it means that we have activated the the strength of our body. You know, between man and woman's strengths has a great, very far difference. It's not only because of the muscle of man and woman, but it's the majorities or the big factor, the major factor that creates the difference between man and woman strength. That is chi. If you notice that usually women, they breathe just from the chest. When they breathe in and then when they speak, their chest just up and down, up and down, up and down like this. It means that the chi just goes to the chest, and then it goes out for some other place and goes out. So um, the force the force to create the strength of the chi inside our bodies is lessons than compared to a man, because men's usually they breathe in, they breathe out to the upper part of their um, abdomen, their abdomen. So at least the cheese goes there deeper compared to deeper than women's. So because the cheese goes down deeper, so there is a force, the force to push the cheese go throughout the bodies is better. And cheese will carry oxygens, carry blood cells throughout our body. And in Chinese medicine, there is a proverb said that if there is free flow, there is no pain. If there is pain, there is no free flow. So the free flow created by the cheese inside our body. There's some flow of cheese inside our body. And if we can make use of the cheese which we breathe in and generate the free flow inside our bodies, will make the bodies is in a better or healthier state. And blood cells brings nutrition to throughout our body. If there is no free flow, the nutrition cannot go through, and lack of nutrition can happen in that area. And when the cheese can go down to the place that we call qi hai, acupuncture called qi hai. If we can breathe in, and the cheese goes down there, and contract our abdomen from the front to the back, and when you contract it, it will cause a big force. There's a great force, so it will, and they have one principle of cheese inside our body, that is, where is our attention, there's the cheese. So the cheese will go to the place that we pay attention. If we create the force inside at the place of our abdomen, and then we place attention at our hand, and then the cheese goes there. So make the free flow go in there to our hands. And the more we do that, the more free flow, or the free flow in our body can be enhanced and strengthened. And that areas will be stronger. It's not only because of the cheese create the free flow there, but also the nutrients and other elements can go there smoothly. So if we can make use of the cheese, and cheese is everywhere, the air is everywhere, we are free to get that. So make use of that to make our body stronger, more strengthened. We can do that. And in our communities, in my communities, we have an exercise that we call, it's actually a journey, not only just an exercise, but it's a journey. 24 no 21, sorry, 21 days. 21 days practice 12 movement of cheese to change your tendon, change your bone, change your tendon, change your bone. And we have a new concept about strength. I mean, physical strength. Of course, these are like I said, like I share about chi, and also we have a concept about tendon. And so we don't focus too much in muscle. Actually, the muscles have a stronger because there's free flow go through those muscles and brings the nutrients, bring the nutrients there. But the the strength is power of humans, physical strength, power of humans come from the chi and how we use the chi. And if we know how to, if we have any, we know any practice, chi practice, keep doing that is you, and I bet that you know the benefits that you get from it. No need to explain anymore. But if you don't know, you can find the course here, 21 days just to change your tenant, change your born just by um the cheese, some cheese practice, some cheese movements, and my teachers also compare to some yoga movements, which is good for our appearance and also support for muscle and tendons also, as well. So there's something about cheese that I want to share. Why I spent more time to share about cheese than other elements, because it's related to our strength and it also supports our energy, because the cheese is light. That's a light element and it can help us raise our electromagnetic energy. And we will know later why it's important to raise our electromagnetic energy. Okay. And fire. Fire. Fire is the heat. Keep our bodies warm. It's really very good for our body, uh, for our health in general. So, and there is some, I'm using the the heat pad. So every night I use the heat pad to keep my inner organs warm. So the warmer it is, the better function it is. The better function it is, and on our inner organs have a significant role to operate runs our body to run our body perfectly. So we need to take care of it, not only from outside appearance, but also the inner organs also uh, need to be taken care of. Okay. And the last element, electromagnetic energy, are so we will share a little bit about this. We share about this electromagnetic energies, because the electromagnetic energies of the body is not also the circle. This is not only from the energies outside our body, but is also affected by the core or the truth, the human natures, the feeling or the feeling of our body, and it's affect the energies that we release. But there is one concept that I want to share here. So is related to the electromagnetic energy. That is what we see the world, how we see the world. So we see the world through the three views, three views. Okay. So any knowledge in these words we can just simplify it into these three sections: life view, okay, life views, and world view, and universe view, universe views. So the life views are, that is the views on human life, the connections, the interact uh, of or the bonds between humans. So that is life views. And world view is something that's it's not about human connections, and it's just about the words. For example, we learned about mathematics, physics, science. It belongs to the world views, knowledge of the world views. Or we go to another country, we learn the culture, we learned their specialty, we learn something new from that country. So that belongs to the world views. And universe views are something that belong to um, the quest, or is more than the thing that human can imagine. Like the answer of the quest, where we come from, we humans comes from, and where do we go after that, or where were we before birth, something like that. So it's beyond our brains, or beyond this consciousness, our consciousness could explain, or science could explain. So that is the universe views. Okay. So when we experience life, we could experience life views, we could experience world views, we could experience universe views. And our experience could be bad, a good experience. It depends. It depends on this factor. Hmm. It depends on our vibrational frequency. It depends on our vibrational frequency. Mm. You know this concept. So every object, anything in this world, even our body, has a certain vibrational frequency that we release the energy. That energy is we call that vibrational frequency. And and measure, they have the machines can measure the vibrational frequency of a thing or an object, and depends on the level of our frequency. It will make us to experience life or the world or the universe differently. If we have high, if we have high, low, hmm, low, low vibrational frequency, we are in the low vibrational frequency, so we experience life, words, and even universe um, in a negative way, like negatively. We we see the bad side of the downside of the world. We see the bad of humans. So that's how we experience life if we are in a low vibrational frequency. And if our vibrational frequency is high, so we experience life, world, and the universe positively. We see the beauty in people. We see the beauty and any in everywhere in the world. To us, everything is miracle. Like um, like Einstein said, you have two ways to live your life. One that is nothing is miracle, and the other one is everything is miracle. So it depends on our vibrational frequency to for us to experience life, world, and the universe positive and negatively. And if there is miracle or no miracle at all, it depends on our vibrational frequency. And we have another level of vibrational frequency that is super, super high, super high, super high. So the machine measures some ones who are like those who like the monk who release the energies of peace, peace, inner peace, and when they measure those uh, people, the 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 energies that is super high, and even someone they cannot measure, the machine cannot measure it, and they call it super high. In the book The Power of Force, the author also mentioned about the concept of vibrational frequency, and they had the letter um like um and in that letter that they measure the different emotions, and each emotion is equivalent to a respective vibrational frequency. For example, above 200, I forgot the units that I use, but above 200, that is the space that we experience happiness, we experience peace, we experience tolerance, we experience acceptance, we experience joyfulness, all good or positive energy or emotion. But below, for the vibrational frequency below 200, that is the area of anger, hatred, resentment, sorrow, unhappiness, uh, all negative, uh, negative emotions in state. So it depends on our vibrational frequency that we are similar to or resonate to a different kind of emotions. So that's why in one situation, in the same situations, the same event, but different individual who has different vibrational frequency level could experience life and could experience that event differently. Those who have who has low vibrational frequency could experience sadness, sorrow in the same situation. But those who has high vibrational frequency or even super high vibrational frequency, they can feel happiness, they can feel peace, they can feel um, contentment, they can feel a lot of positive emotions and experience. So is and anything in this world has their own vibrational frequency, energy, that the machine can measure it. To so what creates or generate our vibrational frequency? We have a concept of vibrations of mind. Okay, vibration of mind. Vibration of mind. And the vibration of mind has negative, negative state of mind, has positive, and neutral. You know, the vibrations are the pendulum, right? The pendulum like this, and it's just go backwards, forwards, backwards, forwards, backwards. So the vibration just go around there, the center, or around the balance state or the neutral state, neutral mode. Okay, like this. So they have negative and positive and neutral vibration of mind. And negative vibrations will generate the low vibrational frequency. Positive vibration state of mind will generate the high vibrational frequency. And the neutral vibration of mind in the middle generates the super high vibrational frequency. So its vibration of mind is equivalent to electromagnetic energy. Okay, electromagnetic energy. It's equivalent to electromagnetic state of mind. Is actually vibration state of mind, which is the short form of electromagnetic vibration state of mind. Okay, so with the electromagnetic vibrational state of mind, we have negative state, we have positive state, and we have neutral state. And this state, negative, positive, and neutral state of mind, is a product of inner awareness. Inner awareness. So the level of our inner awareness or self-awareness decide our vibration state of mind. If it's negative, positive, or neutral. For example, when we learned about the formula of life origin, we know that everything in this world has the empty natures. It can be anything. It can be anything. As long as we change our mental images about it, right? As long as we change our mental images about them. So it can be the thing or the image can be the things that is reflect the image inside our head. So with that awareness, we take the full responsibility. We take the full responsibility for whatever we receive today, for whatever result we get today. We take full responsibility. So at that moment, you have raised your inner awareness, and it generates the vibrational state of mind is positive. It generates a positive vibrational state of mind. But your inner your self-awareness is like, okay, my bad result or outcome today is because of their of other people have done this thing, have done that thing to me, and you blame people for the result you get, and you play the role as a victim. So with that state, with that awareness, you push your vibrational state of mind uh, backward to the negative side, and you have negative vibrational state of mind, which generates the low vibrational frequency energy. So that's why you experience a very low value and bad experience with life views, with world, with universe. Or once you have awareness about the true nature, and when you encounter or you face any problem in your life, and you know you can use the true nature to accept or to receive the message, or to perceive the situation, and then you know it's happened, and that's it. No interpretation, no interpretation, and no reactions right away from the message. So in that state of mind, in that vibration state of mind, you are in neutral, which generates the super high vibrational frequency, and you have a different life experience, world experience, and universe experience. So it depends on our inner awareness, so that we can have different experience in life, world, in universe. And what is the factor, or what are the factors that affect or that help us to raise our inner awareness? We have the concept of we have the concept lesson. and merits. Is it true that when you learn about something and then you can apply it to your life and you change your life, you transform yourself? Not always, right? Somebody, when they learn something, they can change right away. Many times, but because of these two factors, blessing and merit. So so what is the blessing? Blessings is the positive mass. It's the positive mass which is stored stored in the human nature part. Human nature part. In human nature, we have negative energies, right? Positive and negative charges. So lessons simply just is a positive energy, a positive mass, because those energies, those particles will gather to be a mass, and so we call it blessing. Just it's nothing, just a positive mass inside is stored in our human nature layer, human nature's heart. And those who has a more blessing, they could have a good life because they store more positive positive masks of a positive energy. And merit is simply is a neutral mass, uh, neutral mass, or the hollow energy which is stored in our the true layer, in the true layer of human structure. And how we can generate the merit. Uh, we can generate a merit by helping people to raise their inner awareness or their self-awareness up to level 3, or in other words, we can help other people to receive uh, the truth or delve in the truth, in the truth, uh, and they have the inner peace. And when we can do that, we uh, accumulate, we we accumulate some neutral neutral particles, or neutral or merit particles, particles. And blessings, how do we accumulate blessing to our life? Because we know that if we have blessings, our life is much easier, simpler, or more gentle, joyful. And our blessings is created when we satisfied uh, someone's desires and perspectives about, like about fortunes, about beauty, about them, about sleeping, and about eating. Or in simple words, if we make people happy, we accumulate blessing. And usually their happiness, if they buy something from outside, so their happiness from the is uh, they get what they want, they get what they desire about fortune, about them, about beauty, about eating, about sleeping. For example, if we open a restaurant, right? So we satisfied humans' desires and perspectives on food, eating. So we accumulate the blessing in that industry, that area, eating. And we upgrade our restaurants. We don't only we are not only satisfied humans or people or customers about their eating nature, but also resting, sleeping nature. And they feel create an environment where when they come to the restaurant, they feel relaxed when they are eating, and the space will be organized or designed in very beautiful, um, designed beautifully or relaxingly or in a way that makes people comfortable. So it also testifies customers sleeping nature, or that means that's feel comfortable. It is belong to the sleeping nature or resting. We call it resting, and it could be satisfies the customer's beauty's nature of form. The organize of the space. It could satisfy someone's about the space are organized and arrange, order. And if we want to upgrade more our restaurant to satisfy the the customer's desires and perspective of importance, if they come there to eat, they can earn more money, could attract more customer, right? For example, if it's long time they have membership, and in with that membership they have more benefits to compare to the guests just comes and go. And then by upgrade the restaurant to satisfies all the desires and perspectives of clients about important beauty, fam, eating and sleeping, we accumulate more blessing. So that's why that restaurants can sell a food in a price like this, while the other restaurants also sell the same food but in the lower price. And the customers still want to come to this restaurants, the higher price restaurants, because it satisfies those customers who need that. Uh, so we accumulate more places, so that's why we can sell the food in a higher price and still is accepted by the customer. That is how the blessings works for our life, and how we accumulate the blessing for ourselves. And in marriage, the marriage can help us to open our wisdom. Those who has married, they can see things clearly. They know what's right, what's wrong, what is true, what is false, what should do, what should not do. So merit, we accumulate particles by helping people receive the truth nature, delve into the truth, know about the truth nature. It experience that, generate the inner peace. So that is about blessing and merit. So thanks to blessing and merit, we can simply raise our self-awareness, inner awareness. It's not natural that someone just learn something and then they change right away, because they have blessing and merit to do that. And those who learned new things but for a long time, but it still cannot change or have the transformation that they want, so they need to accumulate more lessons and merit. And even for merit, we don't need to if you think that you don't know how to have people delve in the truth, or experience the true nature, generating inner peace. You can send those lessons, and those who has merit available, when they listen to those lessons, and they can't simply attend to the truth nature. So through that act, you can also accumulate the merit particle indirectly. You don't need to do it directly. You can do it, accumulate blessing and merit indirectly. So that is the work of blessing and merit in our life. And of course, the inner awareness comes inner awareness increase or raisins can also comes from what we learned, and compare with our blessing and merit that we simply raise our inner awareness. And our inner awareness affect our vibrations state of mind, and it generate our vibrational frequency, and it made us experience life, words, and experience in a respective way, a tendency. So in this vibrational frequency, we have vibrational frequency of the body, and our vibrational frequency of the body of our body has influence by vibration state of mind, blessing and merit, and also the health. Okay. The health. The body. Now we have our body also has the electromagnetic energy. It's outside. If we are in a good health, we learn something new very fast, quickly. Like, because in a good health, our vibrational frequencies. Sorry, give me a second. So our vibrational frequency of our body is affected by not only our vibrational state of mind, but also is affected by blessing and merit, our blessing and merit, and health, our health conditions. Do you see that? Have you experienced the situation that when you are so weak with your health, very bad health conditions, and you cannot analyze anything, so you just want to take a rest. At that time, your vibrational frequency of the body is low and cannot absorb things, absorb knowledge, or absorb anything more. So when you raise your vibrational frequency in a higher level, you can learn something faster and simpler. So our health contributes a lot to our vibrational frequency, our body's vibrational frequency. And talking about health, do you remember days about the body? We mentioned about qi. If you can sense the qis, or you can use the qis freely inside our body, is good. It's very helpful to raise or contribute to our vibrational frequency. Okay. Health. And somebody, they can use some items. They use some items like feng shui items. Do you know that? And feng shui is the word from Chinese, and they talk about some items that have a good frequency, a good vibrational frequency that can add up to their vibrational frequency. Some ones, they wear some bracelet made from stones, or they can't keep a stones which has a high vibrational frequency. As they say, beside them all the time to keep their vibrational frequency in a higher level. So they can use some items. I mean, they call it feng shui items to raise their frequency. And then another factors could affect our vibrational frequency, that is environment. Okay, environment. Where we live, who we play with, could affect our vibrational frequency. If we stay in a place that everyone has low vibrational frequency, no matter how high yours is, but a long time they will pull your frequency down. So if you want to have good vibrational frequency, you need to choose the environment. You need to choose the environment to put you in that environment. But usually those who has a high vibrational frequency or super high vibrational frequency, they stayed in a very good environment. They attract environment, or those good environments attract them. Because in the same level, those frequencies are in the same level attract to each other. So if you want to experience life better, or you want to experience life positively, beautifully, meaningfully, you need to raise your vibrational frequency, and your vibrational frequencies is affected by your inner awareness, blessings, but your inner awareness is affected by influence by merit, your blessing in your merit, and or your vibrational state of mind, if it's negative, positive, or neutral. And to keep your vibrational state of mind between positive and neutral, to keep your frequency in the high and super high level, you can switch between three energy or three state of mind, which is inner peace, acceptance, and appreciative gratitude. Like we mentioned earlier in the 8 elements balance. 8 elements balance. Okay. So in the truth, we hold on the true natures that generates the inner peace. And when we interact with people, we understand that we accept the difference. So we have the state of mind, which is acceptance, and when we receive the beautiful things and the support from people, the love from people, you keep the appreciative gratitude for you. So switch between these 3 energies will help you maintain you in the state of positive, boost your energies, boost your vibration state between neutral to positive, and from positive to neutral state of mind. Okay. And also another factors that is health. Very important to keep you in a good health conditions, and to be healthy, just do this 8 elements balance. 8 elements balance. So balance these 8 elements can have you in a good state, health state. And send the chi, practice the chi to raise your vibrational frequency simpler, and put you in the environment, in a good environment, where you can sense that the vibrational frequency is high. And sometimes if someone believe in the items, feng shui items, to raise their vibrational frequency, they can use it. But remember the core. It shows from us. It shows from us. If you depend so much on these items, when you lose them, what should you do? Right? So you need to have the cores. You need to have the core so that that core can generate everything, and you just hold on that core, and you can go anywhere you want. You can experience anything you want. You can do whatever you want. Everything generates from that core. Hold on that. And if we learn something new, we absorb more, internalize it, but we still keep the core. And in business, they have the term the genius of the end. The genius of the end. It means that they have the core. They have the core concept of their business, and then every day they develop based on the core. They learn something new. They develop a new concept, but still based on the core. So they call it the genius of the end. All right, so that is about the vibrational frequency, which help us to experience life, world, universe in a way that we want to experience, and our vibrational frequency. And we know how to raise or how to help us in the vibrational frequencies that we can experience a good life. Okay, because everything in this world has empty natures, or how we experience it depends on our vibrational frequency. So how is it? It's come from our mind. It's not from that event, that person, that items, that object. Okay, that I want to share about this. Okay. Mm. Mm. Okay. There are two more concepts that we need to know about human structure. Only for this kind of brain. 22. Okay. There is one more concepts about. Let's try it. 24. 3, 2. Hmm. That is, we have mentioned a little bit about it earlier. We have three massive uh, evil, blessing, and merits. Yeah. So evil is the opposite with blessing. Evil maths is just negative maths inside, which is stored in human nature layer, human nature parts, and it is created by um, making people suffering or unhappy, be unhappy or sadness, experience sadness. For example, for example, you have children, and whenever your child do something you think is not good, you yell at them, you nag them, and you are you are sad because of their behavior. And by that way, you just indirectly makes your children or your child accumulate their evil mass because you are sad due to their behavior. So with the concept or the definition of evil mask or the negative mask in human nature, if someone make you sad, they accumulate evil mask or negative particles, negative particles. So when we understand this one, we need to be very careful when we uh, receive an image or we receive a message or we face any circumstances. Maybe we are an evil machine to other people. So how we react, how we respond in a particular situation, it decides if we are an evil machine or we are a blessing and marriage machine to other people, to other people. So do you want to be a blessing and marriage machine? A blessing and marriage machine. Before I have quite similar question. I has quite similar question. I when when uh, I had to know about this knowledge, I have a thought that can I transfer my blessing to my loved ones so that they can have the happy life? Because I saw someone in my family, they suffer a lot and they should not suffer a lot like that. So I have the question if I can transfer my blessings to them. At that time I have no idea about marriage. I just know the concept of blessing. And when I learned this human structure, I have the answer. No, we cannot transfer our blessings to anyone. It's like it stick to to everyone, anyone who accumulates blessing and merit or evil they use, they all cannot transfer to anyone. But we can be a blessing and merit machine. So through our response, our actions, our reaction, we uh, uh, we indirectly help people accumulate more blessing and merit. And how it works? There is a formula. There is a formula. Okay. And I believe that if you know this formula, you can apply it to your life and become a blessing and merit machine to everyone and to yourself. And okay. Okay. So there's a message. And at first, it's a bad message to you. Okay. It's a bad message. It means it's negative, right? It's negative. It's a bad message to you. And you suffering. It's cause you're suffering. It's suffering. How to write the suffering? Forgot. Suffering like this, right? Suffering. It's cause you're suffering. And so through that behavior or that response, indirectly we are not help. We just cause the negative particles or negative mass, not or evil particles accumulations to other people, to the people who bring that message to us or creates that event to us, that bad event to us. Now, if you want to be a blessing and merit machine to everyone, okay, this is the transformations process. It's turn to be, so it's turn to be, you need to turn from the bad event, the bad experience to the good event, so that you, through you, indirectly, they accumulate positive particles or blessing by inferred lessons. Okay, so lessons, when we learned about the principle of impeccable words, impeccable quest. So we infer lessons, new lessons from any event in your life, applicable lessons or enlightenment or some insight. So when we have these three lessons or one of three or two of three lessons, we have maybe 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, continue. We get some lessons from that event. And when you invert some lessons from those events, bad experience, you grow up. right? You grow up from the events, and you have some lessons. It means that you raise your inner awareness, right? You raise your inner awareness, and then you get the lessons, and you appreciate the lessons which help you grow, and you are grateful for the lessons that help you grow. We have appreciative, appreciative, gratitude. Okay, appreciative gratitude. And when you appreciate and you are grateful for the lessons that you get from that event, it means that that person, the person who generate that event, or the person who brings that event, that experience to your life, will accumulate the positive particles or lesson particles indirectly through the lessons that you infer from the event. And those and that person's become becomes our teacher. Sorry, it should be teacher. It means teacher. It means teacher. Yeah, but thầy is teacher in Vietnam. I love this word. It has a lot of meanings. Not only teachers, but we have feeling emotion in these words, and we appreciate these words to call someone to be our thầy. So for this teacher, so that person becomes our teachers. And through the lessons that we infer from that event, the person who generate that event to our life just indirectly accumulate the positive particles or blessing particles. And you see, so both of us, the one who brings that bad event to us, also raise their inner awareness because they accumulate their blessing. And we infer the lessons, we also raise our inner awareness. So that is how we become a blessing machine to other people. And if that event comes and we dwell ourselves in the truth, and generate inner peace inside of us. So through that event, we delve in the truth, generate the true nature within us, the true nature of the mind, and we have the inner peace. So that person indirectly have the merit particles, right? The merit particles. So we also can become the merit machine to people, around us. And it's not about bad events, but if we receive a good message and beautiful experience by someone, and we appreciate that, we are grateful for that. Uh, we also can protect. We can also protect our energy, our blessings, and we help that person gain more or accumulate more blessing, because we are happy when we receive the message or the situation that they create. So they accumulate more blessing. And you know, blessing is like money. When we use money, um, when we use up money, there's no more money to use, right? So blessing is like money. If we use it, so it's gone. To protect our blessing, like to protect our money. So when we receive some, like if we receive a good message or we receive a good service, for example, it means that we are using our blessing. So to protect our blessing, we receive it with the appreciation, gratitude can help us to protect our electromagnetic state of mind and protect our blessing. So one arrow but two birds. Right. So this is the formula. We call this formula of formula of return good to evil. Okay, formula of return good to evil. So by doing this, we become the blessings and merit machine to people around us and only for us, for ourselves. So now are you confident to be a blessing and merit machine to uh, people around us and to yourselves? Um, you know, the blessing and merit machines has nothing but blessing and merit. Thank you, Nana. I didn't see your message, comment. 谢谢. Okay. So now we have one more concept before we go to a very important part of human structure. Okay. That we have another concept. It's called Total karma. Total karma. And our karma, we have knowledge. Knowledge. Conditions, or actually it's a relationship. And achievements. So let me read the definition of these three karmas. If you're Buddhist, I believe that you know the concept of karma. But if you don't, it's okay. I will explain it now. Listen. So karma is understood simply as thought and actions of a person in many lives, and they accumulated, uh, they accumulate their karma and store it into their, and it's stored into their subconscious, their subconscious. their subconsciousness, and to elaborate the karma in a different way, we know that karma has, because of the process of accumulate of a person through what they hear, what they see, what they speak, and what they know through their feeling feelings layer and their human nature layers, and it's stored in their subconsciousness. And there are three kind of karmas. The first one is knowledge, karma of knowledge. And the second one is karma of relationship. And the third one is the karma of our achievement. So the karma of our knowledge is all the knowledge that we accumulate or we gather, we collect through our many lives, in many lives, through what we hear, what we see, what we speak, and what we know, through our feelings layer and our human nature layers. And it's stored in a place called subconsciousness. And karma of relationship is on the relationship that we have with humans, with people in many lives, and is collected or accumulated through what we hear, what we see, what we speak, and what we know, via our feeling layers and our human nature layers. And it's stored in a place called subconsciousness. And karma of our achievements is all the achievements that we have, or the results that we have in many lives, by accumulating, by collecting, um, by accumulations and collections of of what we hear, what we see, what we speak, and what we know via our feeling layers and human nature's layers, and is stored in a place called subconsciousness. So the karma of knowledge explained to us, explains that when we were born, we have some tendency to like some subjects. Like when I was young, I like math, mathematics, physics, and some science subjects. I don't like I don't like languages. When I was young, I don't like languages, and even Vietnamese, because I'm not good in those subjects. So the karma of knowledge explains to us that, for example, when I was young, I'm not good in those subjects, and I'm good in another subject, means that I have good karma about the knowledge in science subjects, and not very good in natural, social subjects. And the karma of relationship, it can explain our relationship with people. Have you experienced a situation that just you just meet someone for the first time and you like it, you like them right away, immediately, but you never met them before? How can it happen? You just like them immediately and you don't know why. And I have that kind of special relationship with a friend, and when I met her, that is the first time in my life that I like someone right away. Usually my bond or relationship with peoples will go like snail, slowly, and the more we go together, the closer we are. So um that is the first time I experienced that kind of I think it's quite special relationship, special bond between us. And if we use karma of relationship to explain about that, we understand because in many times, previous lives, many lives, we know each other already. It's not in this life. So that's why we have the close connection to each other. And there are times that we just met someone and we don't like them at once, and we don't know why. If you experience that, I bet you experience, some of you experience at least one, right? You don't know why, but you just don't want to close to that person. So that is the karma of relationship can help us to explain, because um you don't only know that person in this life, but you know them before. You know that person in previous lives. And it depends on how we accumulate the relationship to and store it in our subconsciousness, and it's create a bad or good result. And we will see how it works with the following principle. Uh, and the karma of achievements also explains how um, we achieve some things easily than another. It means that you have the karma of that achievements are, and it's stored in your subconsciousness in many lives. And in this life, you you have the good condition, and it's just blossom. You get a result, you get the fruit from that karma of achievement. Some people work very good in um, real estate industry, and wherever they invest, they are successful, or they get a very good profit from that industry. But when and they don't make any efforts. They said that it's so easy for them to get money, to earn money or attract money from that industry. But when they move to another industry, they're struggling with that. So the karma of achievement also explained to us about that, because for example, in the real estate industry, they have a good karma of that achievement in many lives, so that when they just invest in there and it's give out a good result, good fruit for them uh, to use. But in another industry, they never, or just have few little seed that they plant in previous lives. So it's not a very good seed. So they need to garden, they need to water, they need to put fertilizers there so that it can grow up, become a tree, and give bear the fruit for them uh, to get it to eat it. So we will understand more how our subconsciousness works through our the principle of subconsciousness operations. So this is the principle. Allow me to put the capital like the first words. A principle, only a principle of subconsciousness operator. And we consider our subconsciousness as a garden. So we talk a garden here. Garden. In this garden, there are many seeds. Many seeds. Many seeds which grow up to have many trees, become many trees, trees, and trees. And then from those trees, we have many fruits. But no matter how many there are only three types of seed, which are developed to be three types of tree and three types of fruit. It is the seed of knowledge, the seed of relationship, and the seed seed of achievement. So we have the seed, okay, of relationship. And so we have seed of this one, knowledge. And the seed of achievement. Achievement. And this garden is gardening by a farmer named Bean. Bean. And this consciousness are stored karma, our karmas throughout the process of our accumulation. Accumulation. So what we hear, what we see, what we speak, what we know, via the human nature. And the feeling layer is stored in the subconsciousness, our subconsciousness, and is generate the karma that we have stored in the subconsciousness mind. And how it works. So when we accumulate these seeds in our gardens, the garden of subconsciousness, we accumulate it with depends on the electromagnetic energies. When we accumulate it, it will store the energies here. For example, a relationship. For relationship, when this beings, the farmer, come to see this seed, the tree, the tree, relationship tree, and so Pacific, the relationship, it is, for example, a husband. This is the tree of the relationship with your husband. And if if the farmer comes to see this tree, and there is a bad feelings, a negative feelings arise in her mind. The wife comes to see the husband tree, the trees of the husband, and there is a negative feeling or the bad emotions arise in her head, in her mind. it means that this is the bad relationship. So the result is, or so any seed, any trait, and will give out just 3 tendencies of the result. It could be good, could be a good result, could be a bad result. It could be not good, not bad. Not good, not bad result. So any fruit can have 3 tendencies: good or bad, or not good, not bad. So here the wife comes to see the tree of relationship with her husband, and the feeling is bad arise in her head. It means that in the past, when she accumulates for what she hear, what she see, what she know about him, and what she speaks to him, she accumulates it to this tree with the negative energy, the negative particles, or the negative electromagnetic energy. So it's stored in this tree, and that's why when she think about him, or the farmer is her, yeah, the farmer comes to see this tree, it means that she think about him. There's a feelings or emotion arise. So that is the result of her relationship with her husband. And when she comes to another tree, like her children, and she has 2 children, 1 girl and 1 boy. If she comes to see the tree of relationship with her daughter, and she has a good feeling about that, she's proud of her daughter. She sees beautiful things in her daughter. It means that is the good result, the good fruit from that tree. It means that in the past she has accumulate that seed in the gardens of subconsciousness with positive particles, with a positive energy. And if she's just visit trees, it could be a stranger. So she has no feeling, not good or not bad, because maybe she never encountered that person in person, and just stranger in her life, and she never accumulate any seed about that stranger to into her subconsciousness garden. So there's not good and not bad a result that you get about the strangers. And if if we have the bad result, the bad fruit, so what should we do to change this result? The reason why we need to know about the process of our subconsciousness, that because it can help us to change the results that we get from negative to positive. So when you get a negative result, you got a bad root. Now you need to so it means that it has the negative particles, right? Evil particles here. At first you need to push it to here. You need to push it to balance, neutral state. You need to push it to balance, neutral state. For example, if you see someone who just dropped out of the cliff of a mountain, and it's easier to put it on he or put him or her up to the up to the plant, right? Before when you want to push them to, or you want to take them to the top of the mountain. So they need to be on the plane first. So it's like similar to this concept. When it's a bad result, you need to put it to the neutral state first. So that's wherever you want to take them to, you can do that. So from negative state of negative energies, how can we push it to neutral state? So there are three ways, three options for us to do that. As far as I'm concerned, it could be more, or it depends on people who share that. But for me, I know that there are three options that we can do to put the negative particles to the neutral particles state, from negative state to neutral state. At first, the first option that you remember the formula of return good to evil, right? So at first you accept that event or that relationship as it is. You know it's bad, and just know it and accept it. No interpretation, no take reaction, okay? Just know it and accept it. By that way, you draw into the truth, and then it's generate the true natures, and we have the inner peace. At that stage, we have the neutral state. And then after we are in the neutral state, we have one way to push from negative state to neutral state. That's we accept that. We doubt in the truth and we accept the event as it is. That's it. No interpretation, no reaction. No, just response right away. Okay, just accept as it is. So we are in the neutral state, and then there are three ways for us to push from is from neutral state to positive. There is one to positive states. The first one that's we infers the lessons from that event. you remember the formula of return good to evil. So we infer the lesson from that event. It means that we grow up from that lessons. We raise our inner awareness, right? So it means that we have pushed our state of mind to the positive state. The second option that we build or we create a good mental image about that relationship. You want, how do you want it to be? So you generate or you create or you see the relationship from other people, other stories, other people's stories, and you just copy it to yourself, and you also want that kind of relationship in here the wife with her husband was she have good relationship with her daughters already. So here she applied to her husband, so she creates a good image about her and her husband. And when she has good image about that, it means that her state of mind has pushed from neutral to positive, already. That is the second option. The third one, that you raise an idea, that you want to create value for this relationship. Of course, after you are in the neutral state, you can do that, because when you are in negative states, you just blame them, mourn them, and resent them. There's no way that you can have the lesson, or you want to create value to them, or you create a good image about them. Only when you in the neutral states, you can do that. Remember that. So the third option is that you push your energies to the positive side. It means that you're generous, right? You push your desires to the generous side. Positive side is this generous. It means that you want to create value for that relationship. And here's the wife with her husband. So you think more, should think more is about how to create more value to them, how to take good care of them more, or how to have them has a better life, happier life. So think about that. So just the process of that thinking already puts you from neutral state to the positive state already. So because of that, you get a good result. You get a good result. That is how we change. We change the seed. We change the seed, and we change the result of our karma. And we change the directions of cause and effect, cause and result of our karma. So we can do it in each tree in the gardens of our subconsciousness garden. Whenever something comes, and then we do that to transform the situation. But we have another options, a great approach to make our life simpler and more and softer by we spread the whole garden, our whole garden of subconsciousness with positive and neutral particles by our blessing and merit. Blessing is positive particles, positive mass, right? Merit is neutral particles, neutral mass, in restored in our the true layer. So if we can spread the whole gardens with blessing and merits, so that we have more positive particles and more positive, more merits particles in our gardens. So that is how we can do it, like an industry. As now we not do it as a farmer in individual, like each household. What we do is like an industry. So you just imagine that there is a helicopters and is a they just build store up blessing and merit, and then it fly over our garden, the whole garden, and just spill out the blessing and merit and positive particles and neutral particles to our garden's subconsciousness garden. So in order to do that, we need to accumulate more blessing and more merit. We need to accumulate more blessing and more merit. Okay. So with the process of our subconsciousness, now you know what is the cause of our reality, of our result from the view of religion or faith. Do you have the answer of that? Do you have the answer for that question? Okay. So it's from our merit and blessing, right? Our positive and neutral particles, positive mass and neutral mass. So we just cover the second referencing system, or second viewpoint to look for our reality, which is human structured, and we know that our life decides by three mass, three masses: evils, blessing, and merit. Okay. And in science, we have the mental images. Mental images. Okay. So I guess tonight we just finish as the second viewpoint, with the second viewpoint, which is religion's faith to explain about our reality. And we still have another viewpoint. We will have another section to look for our reality, to explain our realities from the viewpoint of philosophy. But it's not today. It's not today. So as I said, I will start today's sessions at 23:30 p.m. and now around that time already in Philippines time. So I plan to do that on next Tuesday, and we will cover it. Actually, in human structures, there are two more modules. I think that I will share. I will deliver it, to all of you in the next sections when we before we go to the viewpoint of philosophy to explain about our reality. Is it okay? So anyone, I will start here. Anyone want to share your lessons, or want to share your reality, or you used to apply these things to your life, but you by accident, but now you know more about that, or if you want me to clarify something, please let me know. So before we wrap up today sections. Okay, if no one's want to raise your idea or questions or want to share anything, so I will wrap up today's sessions here. And thank you very much. I really appreciate your support, your presence, your encouragement, and your contribution to this live webinar. And I'm so grateful for what I have learned, the knowledge that I have learned, and the value that I gained from this knowledge, and to make my life is better every single day. And I'm so grateful for my group role, and I cannot be here today without the dedications to deliver or to transfer knowledge from my teachers, my master, and from many wise men. And I'm so appreciate that. I'm grateful for myself today, and I have opportunities to share with all of you about the value that I received, the precious value that I have received, and I hope that hopefully you you gain something here. You have something to take away, and it could make your life is better every day, like mine. Like mine. Thank you so much for your presence and have a good night. Good night. Good days somewhere. And I will come back with the rest. The rest we still I owe you the third viewpoint to explain about our realities, and I will come back on Tuesday. Mm, and about a time I will inform it on a Monday um, evening. So that if you want to follow or support me or accompany me on Tuesdays, you know the time. Thank you so much for your presence. It's my pleasure to have all of you here today. And bye. Please allow me to stop sharing the screen and stop this live stream on Facebook. Bye everyone on Facebook. And bye everyone here. We stop the recording. Okay.